Good evening with the Lime Sports World. I'm Damien Best. Well, the Nagico Super 50 cricket competition was officially launched this morning at Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad. The tournament, which begins on January 30th, features 15 games in just over 2 weeks, with matches to be played at the historic Queen's Park Oval in Port of Spain and Shaw Park in Tobago. CEO of the West Indies Cricket Board, Michael Muirhead, says the competition will be crucial as they look ahead to world tournaments.
We know we have quality batsmen in the tournament who can perform at the highest standard, and we want to see them come out and showcase their talents and stand up and be counted. This year, we have invited Ireland, which is the top associate member in the ICC's 54 associate member countries. We thought this would give the competition an international flavor and encourage wider appeal among the television viewership globally. We expect fierce competition on the field among the 8 teams, but we also urge everyone to play in the true spirit of sportsmanship and camaraderie, so that in the end, this great game of cricket will be the winner.
Well, the 2014 Mount Gay Round Barbados Series will get going tomorrow with the first of 5 races. The main regatta around the island race is slated for Arrow Barrow Day, and the series ends with a sprint to Antigua. Committee member Commodore Andrew Hutchinson says the event has attracted greater international interest than previous years.
We've got over, I think, 25 yachts which have come from overseas, some as long as 80 feet. We've got the winner of the Ark race. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but they've come over. So we've got some really good competition internationally, and we hope to set a few new records for racing around the island on Arrow Barrow Day, in honour of the father of our nation, I like to say, and also one of the founders of the Barbados Cruising Club, which sponsored this race.
We do apologise for the poor quality of that video. Well, Senator Irene Sandiford Garner revealed the added bonuses for this year's series and believes that the participants will be in for a grand time in Barbados.
There are added bonuses to the race, inclusive of a series of coastal races to introduce sailors to different aspects of the south and west coast of this island. A final 300-mile sprint to Antigua to link up with the Super Yacht Challenge, as well as parties highlighting our local entertainment, restaurants and cuisine. I understand every single night there will be a party. I do not know how the sailors will be in physical condition to get back on their boats to finish what they started.
Well, the first event sails off with the J24s from Carlisle Bay around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Well, this Saturday, the Realtors Limited Race Day takes centre stage at the Garrison Savannah. Title sponsors Realtors Limited have been on board since 1987 and renewed their commitment with the presentation of sponsorship cheques and trophies from Christopher and Nick Parvicino to the Barbados Turf Club and the Barbados Thoroughbred Breeders Association. The two feature events are anticipated to be highly competitive.
This year, only Bill Marshall Memorial 2-year-old Classic in the pink and Kariba Rose, the unbeaten of the top younger horses. They're not running this race due to various sicknesses. In the pink with a bit of a cold. Kariba Rose, I think, also suffering from a comeback from a cold. But her stablemate Corvette, well-related sibling to a host of leading gallopers and stakes winners, and a horse who just elevated himself into that category with a win on Boxing Day over the same distance, should be the one to beat. Noble Intent from the small John Chandler Barney was a game runner up to Corvette and an easy winner his first start. He's stepping up in class, and we'll see what will happen there. Jake and Sam, a smart looking maiden winner in his last start, whose connections confidently paid a hefty penalty to be made eligible to this race, and training Naz Isabel. We know all about Naz, so we just hope and pray. And we leave it at that. Conway, coming from the Bruce Bailey barn, has been showing that he can hold his own against his counterparts. Shouldn't be underestimated, but he will need to pull out another gear to beat this field. Entered it also is John Veer. He turned in a very encouraging effort in his last appearance over 1,100 metres, but going up to 1,570 may be a bit of a challenge. And Margarita, a decent maiden winner on debut last race day over the same trip.
2 records tumbled and a new house was crowned champion of the St. Giles Primary Inter-House Sports today at the National Stadium. Cumberbatch House were comfortable winners in the end, finishing on 397 points. Second place went to Adams House with 382.5. Third, defending champions Brewster with 360.5 points. And fourth, Paris House, 336 points. CBC Sports was there for the relay events. St. Giles Primary in the house, and we're good to go with action in the girls' open medley relay. We picked this one up in the closing stages of the 400-meter leg, and it's Cumberbatch, aka Greenhouse, with a commanding lead. Jalea Clark bringing it home in 2 minutes 29.59 seconds. Blue comes in for second, red third. Let's keep this one flowing. The under-9 girls 4x100 meter relay, and at the second handover it was Adams House leading the pack. Yellow within striking distance, that's Brewster House. Blue get away first though. Ciara Eveling put in her all into it. Tyresha Clark of yellow nipping at her heels. 50 to go, and Evelyn says, catch me if you can, and Clark responds with pleasure, slams the competition. Brewster House a winner in 1 minute 14.57 seconds. The under-9 boys was an even contest up to the second takeover at the 200 meter mark. That's until Cumberbatch House found an extra gear. Look at the little man go. Jaheim King anxiously waiting to bring it home for green. And make no mistake, he executed the game plan to a T, opening up a gap on Kevin Webster of Adams. See ya out of here, stopping the clock at 1 minute 11.97 seconds. Well, what would the under 11 boys bring to the table? Red House had them jumping for joy in the stands on the final handover. Red and blue with just 50 meters to go. Paris House digging deep, getting a victory in the relays. Adams second, Brewster House third. But the day really belonged to Cumberbatch House, a lean green machine that was sharing licks all day. Case in point, the under 13 girls. Jalea Clark cleared for takeoff. No one would catch her today or tomorrow. A battle for second. Sadie Russell of Adams getting there. And to bring the curtain down on the relays, the under 13 boys. Blue House, green and red in that order as they approach the final handover. Yellow get away cleanly. Jamario St. Hill sent on a mission to destroy all opposition. Signed, sealed, delivered. 1 minute 2.22 seconds. Cumberbatch second, Adams third. Pure excitement at the National Stadium for St. Giles Sports.